Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA. Online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name is Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. It is Monday, I think it's August 8th, and it's like 4:15 p.m. I'm on the road from Eureka, California, where I just said goodbye to my beloved daughter for a long time, at least until Christmas. She's moved away from the nest officially. Many tears were shed today. We had to help them move their furniture from her boyfriend's apartment into their U-Haul truck. And then we said goodbye and we headed to San Francisco and they headed to Washington. So my little girl is no longer in the nest. And I'm now a sad but proud dad. I hope she lives a happy life, and I hope her boyfriend treats her well. I hope they're happy, and let's hope everybody lives happily ever after. So on the way back, I started listening to an audiobook called Snakes Guillotines. What is it? It's called Snakes, Guillotines, Electric Chairs by Dennis Dunaway. Dennis Dunaway is one of my favorite bass players of all time, and the bass player for the greatest, without a doubt, live band of all time, the original Alice Cooper group. This is undisputed. They are the best live band. They changed the face of live concerts. They set it on its ass, and I'm up to the chapter now. Oh, and Dennis Dunaway, they were one of the most original live bands of all time. The simulated violence and chaos in their shows was just absolutely unbelievable. If you are not familiar with the original Alice Cooper group, if you're a regular listener of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, you're already familiar with them. But if you're a Dog Days of Podcasting listener, by the way, this is day 5 of the Dog Days of Podcasting, if I haven't said that already. If you are not familiar with the original Alice Cooper group, just go on YouTube and look for like the Alice Cooper group. What I would suggest is look for Alice Cooper, the chicken incident, original performance or entire performance or something like that. If you want to see some crazy ultra violence on stage, that's where Alice threw a chicken up on stage and the audience proceeded to tear it apart. Watermelons were flown into the audience. He got into a fist fight with Glenn Buxton on stage. Of course, it was a simulated fist fight. He chased the roadies around the stage and beat them with a broom. Fantastic footage. Anyway, so this book, written by the bass player for the original Alice Cooper group. There was already a book written by Michael Bruce, who was the guitar player and main songwriter. That was written several years ago. There's been a couple of books written by Alice Cooper. One that I would highly suggest is called Me Alice, and if you have the Rock and Roll Geek app, look all the way back for an episode, I think episode 400 or 404, a long time ago. In the bonus content, there is a PDF of that Alice Cooper biography, which was written after he went solo. So this is the third book of the Alice Cooper, books by people in the Alice Cooper group. I think there's only 3. This is my favorite one. Dennis Dunaway reads the book. A listener of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, a friend of the show, actually sent me a hard copy of the book. But I don't really have much time to sit around and read books because I'm always busy. But I do love to have hard copies. I like to flip through the photos and all that. And then I like to listen to them on Audible. So I'm listening to this book. I'm up to the chapter now where they are just getting ready to record Love It to Death, which is their third album. And I'm at the part where Dennis Dunaway talks about writing the lyrics for a song called Black Juju. And he talks about when the first time they played that on stage was on a TV appearance. They performed on NBC, I think it was NBC, with Iggy and the Stooges, Iggy Pop and the Stooges. Back then he was called Iggy Stooge. And both bands proceeded to throw turds in the face of rock and roll and television audiences in general. And he talks about when they played Black Juju for the first time. And there's a part in Black Juju when the song goes down really low and there's tick-tocking, tick-tock, and he goes, sleep, sleep, rest, sleep, and easy sleep. And as Alice is doing that, the whole band is gets down on their knees and all the way to the floor, and the band gets down to almost silence. And while he's holding a oversized pocket watch over his head, like he's hypnotizing the audience. Sleep, sleep, sleep. And at that time, somebody hits him in the face. Somebody from the audience hits Alice in the face with a cake, and interrupted their entire theatrics of the song Black Juju. And so he takes that cake and takes some of the cake from the stage and acts like he's going to hurl it into the crowd, like he's going to throw it back at somebody in the face. And the crowd is like cowering, hoping they don't get hit with the cake. And he makes a couple of fake throws. Audience flinches, and then he takes the cake and he smears it all over his face, and he goes, "Wake up, wake up!" And their song, this part of Black Juju, where they get back into heavy, "Wake Up." The band blasts into Black Juju, and then Alice takes these big sheets that he had taken, bed sheets that he had taken from the hotel room, and covers the band like the band is ghosts. And it is just the way Dennis Dunaway describes it. I am loving him reading this book, because whenever it's a good part of the book or when he's telling a story, you can hear the emotion in Dennis Dunaway's voice, like he's reliving it. And it's really, really, really a great read so far, or a great listen so far. I can't wait to finish the rest of it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to finish the rest of it right now. I'm going to leave you now with a song from Love It to Death. The song he was talking about, Black Juju. Thank you to everybody for listening, friends. I hope you enjoyed I hope you're enjoying the 30 days of the Dog Days of Podcasting. Sorry, pardon me, I'm losing my voice because let me take a sip of this fine Diet Coke, because I don't drink and drive, friends. Hold on. Yes, I'm about 2 hours from San Francisco. Thank you for listening to the Dog Days of Podcasting. We had about 25 episodes left. At some point this week, I'm going to do a full episode of the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Probably not tonight, probably tomorrow night. That's probably when I'll do the full episode. We'll see. So if you're listening to the Dog Days of Podcasting, thank you so much, friends. And if you're a donor of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, thank you so much, friends. Without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled Black Juju death. All right. Here's Alice Cooper, Black Juju. And by the way, if you want to get this book, Snakes, Guillotines, Electric Chairs, go to the show notes at rockandrollgeek.com and click the link and get a free audio book. And look for Dennis Dunaway on Audible. Go through my link and I'll get like a nice kickback. I think I'll get like $15 or something like that. You'll get a great free audio book and I'll get a little kickback. Everyone's happy, friends, and this show can keep living a life to see another day. All right. Find me on the Facebook, RNR Geek. Find me on the Twitter, RNR Geek. Area code 706-621-ROCK. That's area code 706-621-7625. Leave me an audio comment or show review, and I will play it on the show. That's enough ways to reach me. I'll talk to you next time, friends. I'll talk to you tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Here's Black Juju from Alice Cooper.
bodies need rest. Bodies need rest. We all need our rest. Sleep and easy sleep. Rest. Rest. Bodies need their rest. We all need our rest. Sleep and easy sleep. Rest. But come back in the morning. Come back hard.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.